Hi all, today I'm showing you my creamy pumpkin pasta. I'm sorry I'm a little low energy, I'm still recovering. Ingredients you'll need. Now I've listed everything you'll need to make the pumpkin pasta. It's really a pantry pasta, it's so good. First up, over a high flame, I've filled a stock pot with water and I've seasoned it, well I'm seasoning it with salt I should say. And I'm looking for the water to be salty like the sea. I'm sure you've heard that a million times. And then I just mix the salt in. I bring it to a boil and I add the box of rigatoni to the boiling water. And you cook it according to the directions on the box. And that is pretty simple. Like I said, it's a pantry pasta. And I'm going to reserve about a half a cup of the cooking liquid before I drain the pasta. Now you could theoretically do it all in one pan, but I think it's better to do it in two. Over a medium flame, I'm heating a large cast iron skillet. And now I'm going to finely mince 2 tablespoons of sage and a little bit more for garnishment. And now I'm just going to measure out 2 tablespoons of sage. And then I'm going to mince, I think I did 5 cloves of garlic here, but it's 4 to 5, whatever your preference is. And now the skillet is heated up. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I'm going to add the garlic and sage and I'm going to stir it around. And I just want to cook it for just a minute. I don't want to burn it. You got to be really careful with that. That's why you have it over a medium flame. You don't want the flame too high. And now, after this is done, I'll be adding the pumpkin. Now, some people might say, oh, it's canned. Canned is just fine. It tastes delicious. This is how we make our pumpkin pies, I think if you can make it fresh, that's great. Go for it. But I think this is just easier, and especially if, it's inexpensive. Buying a whole pumpkin can be quite expensive, whereas a canned pumpkin, it's about $1, sometimes 2 at the most. And you're going to mix the pumpkin all together with the sage and garlic. And then I'm just adding a little bit of reserved cooking liquid to thin it out. There's no shame in using frozen or canned stuff. And half a teaspoon of ground black pepper I'm adding here, because I'll often use like frozen peas and things like that. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm adding half a teaspoon of sea salt and I'm mixing thoroughly. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg and thoroughly mixing in. I'm giving you my philosophy on canned and frozen things. It's convenient. These things are convenient and they're quite nutritious, so there's nothing wrong with them. And they're inexpensive. Now we're going to add 1 cup of half and half and we're going to mix thoroughly. Now, you're probably going to use a whisk. That's what I did in the end, because it's harder to mix something that's thicker with something that's thinner, like I'm doing here with a spatula. That's why I went to get the whisk and I did it so I could save some time for myself here. And I'm sorry for the noise in the background. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's our refrigerator. We have to get it fixed. Making a horrible buzzing sound. It's very annoying. And then once I have it fully incorporated, I'm going to add the pasta that I've cooked and drained. And so you're just going to gently mix in the pasta. I did overcook the pasta a little bit. I got distracted by Mama. We're both not feeling well, but we're on the mend. And once you've thoroughly mixed everything in, we're going to take it off the heat. And the reason why I like this pasta, it's fast, it's easy, it's inexpensive, really inexpensive. So I'm adding a half a cup of grated parmesan. These are just a quarter measuring cup I'm using. And then I'm going to gently mix in the cheese. Now you can always add more cheese. I also save some cheese grated to serve it, to sprinkle on top when I serve it. So you just gently mix it in. It takes a moment, and you're going to serve it hot. Why I like a cast iron skillet is because it retains heat. So even though I've pulled it from the heat, this pan will stay hot for a long time. And now I'm just sprinkling on some of the finely chopped sage. I reserved, I guess, about 2 teaspoons of it to the side. And that's what I'm using. And this is what it looks like. It's absolutely delicious. I guarantee if you make it, everyone will really love it. And it's so inexpensive, as I said. It's a great pantry pasta. To help our channel grow, we're asking everybody to please like, subscribe, and comment. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider becoming one. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us out tremendously. Also, if you can hit the notification bell, that also helps out. But leaving comments and subscribing and liking, these are all things that really help us, and we are trying to grow. And so we're asking everybody to please help us out. All right. Thank you all for your help, and we'll see you soon. We post videos 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't hit the notification bell, don't forget to do so, and we'll see you all real soon. Thank you all for watching. We're so very grateful to all of our people stopping by to watch us, but also for our subscribers, new and old, for helping us grow. We're so very grateful. And as always, stay safe and be blessed. Vlogmas this year is coming up. We're starting November 23rd, and we're going to run through December 31st, New Year's Eve. And we're going to have a new video every day, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And so we're going to have cocktails, mains, sides, hors d'oeuvres. We're going to show some decorations. We're going to go out showing some of the festivities around our area. It's going to be a fun time. This is our 2nd year doing it, and we are very excited. I've already started to make videos. I'm really, really excited. All right. Thank y'all. See you soon.